The weighted blanket of secrets and the midnight squeeze. When I was 6 years old, I thought my mom was just really protective of her little bird. We lived in this cramped 2-bedroom apartment in North Philly, the kind of place where the walls were so thin you could hear the neighbors arguing about the electric bill. My mom worked double shifts as a nurse's aide, and when she got home at 4 in the morning, she was fragile. Not the delicate flower kind of fragile, but the kind where she looked like a piece of glass that would shatter if you even breathed on it the wrong way. I was a high-energy kid. I'd have night terrors, or I'd just get the zoomies at 2 a.m. bouncing my ball against the headboard because I couldn't turn my brain off. Every time I'd wake her up, she wouldn't yell. She didn't have the energy to yell. She'd just sit on the edge of my bed, her eyes dark and sunken, and say, "Come here, baby girl, let's get the wiggles out." Then she'd do the burrito. She'd pull me into her lap, wrap her arms around my chest, and pull me back against her. Hard. I mean hard. It was so tight I could feel my ribs pressing against my lungs. I'd gasp, my cheek pressed into the cold polyester fabric of her scrubs, smelling like bleach, hospital floor wax, and that peppermint gum she chewed to stay awake. I couldn't move an inch. I couldn't even take a full breath. It was just these tiny, frantic sips of air. Back then, I thought it was a super hug. I thought she was holding me together so I wouldn't break, keeping me safe from the dark corners of the room. I'd struggle for a second, my heart racing, and then I'd just go limp. I'd whisper, "Love you, mama," through my teeth. And every time I said it, I'd feel her chest heaving, like she was sobbing without making a sound. And she'd just squeeze harder. Eventually, my vision would get all grainy. The light in the hallway would start to fade, and I'd fall into this heavy, dreamless sleep. Fast forward 25 years. I'm standing in the kitchen of my own home. My daughter Maya is 4, and she is having a full-blown meltdown because I cut her toast into triangles instead of squares. It's 6 a.m., but I've been up since 5. I've got a mounting pile of bills, a headache that feels like a physical weight behind my eyes, and the sound of her screaming is like a jagged piece of metal scraping against my brain. I felt this instinct. It was this dark, terrifyingly quiet urge to just reach out, wrap her up, and make the noise stop. In that exact moment, the memory of the burrito hit me like a physical blow to the stomach. I saw my mother's face in my mind, but I didn't see love. I saw a woman who was at her absolute breaking point. She wasn't protecting me from the dark. She wasn't holding me together. She was so exhausted, so desperate for 1 minute of peace before her next shift started, that she was literally squeezing the breath out of me to force my body to shut down. She wasn't hugging me. She was asphyxiating the chaos out of her life. She needed me to lose consciousness so she could finally just be. I looked at Maya, standing there with her little fist clenched and tears streaming down her face, and I just started to cry. I realized that the comfort of my childhood was actually just a woman who had run out of options, and I was the obstacle she had to silence. Some memories are like shadows. They look small when the sun is out, but as the day gets later, they grow until they swallow everything you thought you knew about being a daughter.